Yo, what's going on? It's Freakadude99, and yesterday was massive. The Destiny 2 showcase was fantastic to say the least. All the information we got on Final Shape, the episodes, Season of the Witch, and the reprised Crota's End raid was just fantastic, as well as all the quality of life things they announced. Really good showcase, but let's do a recap over this because they posted this blog here and it actually has more information than they detailed in the live stream, so we're just going to cover it because I think there's some really important information in here that you'll probably want to know about. So, starting off, Become Legend. The final shape has been revealed and the Witness's plans have almost been brought to fruition. This is the hardest challenge you have faced yet, but you won't be alone. Ikora Ray, Commander Zavala, and even a mysteriously returned Cade 6 will be at your side, ready to walk a path of remembrance and discovery through the pale heart of the Traveler itself. The main story of Final Shape will be told throughout the course of its campaign, which you will be able to complete with increased difficulty and rewards in the legendary campaign. Players will explore the familiar yet unsettling paranormas of the Pale Heart, the first linear destination in Destiny 2. When the campaign has been completed, there's plenty more coming. In the new raid, Guardians will confront the Witness head-on and try to break its hold on the Pale Heart, but even that might not be enough. The culmination of the Light and Darkness saga is upon us, and all Guardians must answer the call if they want to overcome the Final Shape and the Witness once and for all. The time has come, Guardians. Rally the Vanguard, raise your light, wield your darkness, and become legend. And the reveal trailer was fantastic. Seeing everyone come together and marching through the Pale Heart, which is just this psychedelic looking landscape all the way from where we started the portal all the way to the Witness's monolith. It's just massive, and it's definitely linear, as every other destination usually has 3 big patrol zones that you can circle around. With this one, they said that it is in a straight line. As you progress through the campaign, you will be able to even look back and see the tower, see the portal all the way back there, see everything you've been through, and look forward and see what you still have to do. And honestly, I love that. This type of progression can work out really well, especially for a game like Destiny and the story it's trying to tell. A total experience. The showcase gave everyone a look at the long list of features coming to Destiny 2 in the next year. Many have been long requested by the community, and we are excited to finally get them in the players' hands. Here's a quick recap of what is coming down the pipe. The Pale Heart of the Traveler. A realm of infinite possibilities await the Traveler. The Pale Heart is born both from the power of light and the memories of the darkness. It's the place the Witness has been trying to reach for so long, and now that it has arrived, it's where the Final Shape will be conceived. Unless we stop such machinations, the universe will become a single moment, frozen in time forever. It's hard to define exactly what the Pale Heart is, but its world has been created by the Traveler's consciousness, one that has been influenced both by the presence of the Witness and of the Guardians. It's a realm of infinite possibilities made reality by the experiences and desires of those inside of it. Exploring the Pale Heart through the Final Shape campaign will feel like a more focused experience than ever, and will have a clear path for your players to follow. It's the first linear destination in Destiny's history, and will feel both familiar and unsettling. It will evolve along with your actions, and the enemies plaguing it will escalate their aggression the more you advance on your mission to stop the Final Shape from coming to fruition. But the campaign is only one part of the Pale Heart. Once completed, the destination will open up and new secrets and activities will be available. Players will be able to explore it thoroughly then, causing a reaction that will change the world surrounding them. Now, we got new supers and aspects. Guardians will have 3 new super abilities at their disposal when the new expansion arrives, as well as 3 new aspects. Warlocks will become the ultimate expression of solar power. They will be able to obliterate waves of enemies with Song of Flame, a new super that overcharges their abilities while buffing their allies with Scorch for their weapons. And let's not forget about that new aspect that creates a solar soul when using a class ability. It can set entire armies ablaze from a distance. And then we have what I've been asking for forever now. Titans will have Twilight Arsenal, a ranged one-off void super with 3 very potent functionalities. First, You throw 3 consecutive huge void axes to disintegrate enemies on hit. Second, once those axes plunge into the ground, they will start pulling enemies to keep damaging them. Third, you and your allies can wield the axes in battle to finish whoever dares cross your path. Titans will also have a new void aspect that lets them consume their grenade and create a moving shield that not only protects them and their fire team, but also absorbs enemy attacks. The stored energy can also be released into a massive area of effect attack that won't leave a single combatant standing. And finally, hunters will have a new arc super called Storm's Edge. Arc energy is all about movement, so it seems natural that hunters can summon an electrified dagger that teleports them on impact and allows them to perform a powerful whirling strike for massive damage. It can even be executed 2 additional times. There's also the new arc aspect that allows hunters to consume their class ability while airborne and propel themselves into the air, jolt and damage enemies that are below, and amplify themselves and nearby allies, all with just a single move. And yes, you can pair it with Tempest Strike for an amazing arc-based combo. Now, this arc super as well, really excited to see what it does. I think it's going to absolutely destroy PvP, and I don't want to touch Crucible for at least a month until it's fixed or something's done to it, because Jesus Christ, imagine a full team of arc hunters all get their supers and all just start teleporting around the map like nuts, decimating your team. Think about that in Trials. That is going to be insane. So, moving on, we got the Subjugators. Guardians will face great challenges in their mission to stop the Final Shape. Content with Rulk's prowess, even if his ego led him to defeat at the hands of Guardians, the Witness has started to mass production of 2 totally new units with even more versatility. They are called the Subjugators. The first type of Subjugator is a Master of Stasis. These deft casters use their powers to slow, freeze, and shatter, forcing their enemies out of cover and making them vulnerable. The other type is even rarer. It's the first enemy that will use Strand against you. Using proximity mines, this Subjugator can suspend foes and launch projectiles that sever adversaries before dissolving them into oblivion. If Lucent Hive and Tormentors made you shiver, prepare for the aggression and area denial of Subjugators. Now, I actually think these things are gonna whoop us, as the fact that they can use Strand and Stasis against us is devastating. Being weakened and having your abilities taken away by Tormentors and their slam attacks and their void attacks, that's alright, but being suspended or frozen at any point against these guys while you're also trying to fight other enemies, I think that's just a recipe for disaster, and we're gonna need some weapons to take them on. So of course, we got the renewed arsenal. New exotics, new legendaries, new subfamilies, new perks. There are tons of weapons awaiting you in the Final Shape. Tessellation will be the first of them at your disposal. You can equip it right now by pre-ordering the Final Shape plus annual pass. The exotic fusion feeds on your subclass element of the player to change the damage input, something that allows an all-strand or all-stasis weapon build for the very first time. But that's not all. It can also consume your grenade to load a single, high-damage projectile that creates a huge elemental explosion on impact. Tessellation is just a taste of what's coming. There's also a new auto rifle that heals allies you shoot, a special ammo sidearm that shoots small homing rockets, and even some returning classics, like the very hot Dragon's Breath exotic rocket launcher, the customizable Kvostov exotic auto rifle, and the heavy metal looking Red Death. Now, these are awesome that they are coming back. I've been using Tessellation since it's come out, and I have to say, very, very good, very, very fun. The fact that you can run all strand, all stasis, and the grenade shot is quite powerful. It's really fun to use, and I'm definitely interested to seeing what its catalyst is going to be when Final Shape comes out, because that might really take this weapon to the next level, just like Quicksilver Storm becoming Strand. Now, enter the episodes. Episodes are a big shakeup to the actual content delivery for Destiny 2. Instead of 4 seasons, next year you will get 3 larger content-packed episodes, named Echoes, Revenant, and Heresy. The 3 first episodes will be focused on the consequences and the aftermath of the Final Shape. One of the narrative goals is to tell standalone stories that are easy to follow even if you haven't played previous content. Episodes will also deliver more frequent story beats compared to seasons, so players can expect to experience new bursts of storytelling told through acts. Each episode will be split into 3 acts. Each act will launch around every 6 weeks with new story elements, new quests, new rewards to earn, and more. The first act of an episode will feel packed with a big offering of new stuff to do and chase, and the second and third act will expand the episode experiences with more activities, story, rewards, along with new additions to rank rewards such as exotic ships. Now, of course, we have a little picture here of a breakdown of what it looks like, and I have to say I'm liking this structure a lot more than seasonal already. Of course, we'll have to see exactly what it's like when we get our hands on it, but having more focused storytelling is, I think, what the community has been asking for a long time, as Bungie has been stretching their stories thin and with these seasons. Season of the Deep was fantastic, but the story being stretched over multiple weeks really lessens the impact of some of those key moments because they're just taking so long to play out. But if with these episodes we have these Act 1, 2, and 3, everything is designed a lot more focused, it gives them more time to work on future content, which means we're actually getting more stuff than we would. Because if you see, we're getting a new exotic weapon every single episode, but we're also getting a new exotic mission every single episode. And we haven't received that. Usually we receive 2 exotic missions a year, but with this we're actually getting 3 a year. And by exotic missions, I mean a fully fledged exotic mission. There was for Wicked Implement the deep dive activity, but that's not really an exotic mission. It's more of a secret mission for the exotic. Whereas an exotic mission I like to say is Legend Avalon, Seraph Station, Presage, all those things that are coming back into the exotic mission rotator, because those are a lot more focused missions and they have a lot more time put into them than say something like the secret side path of Wicked Implement. So on top of the new story plan for each episode, each one will have a new exotic weapon and a new exotic mission, as well as new legendary weapons, additional artifact perks, and 200 pass ranks split across the 3 acts. The first 100 ranks and their rewards will be available during the initial act of each episode, and the second and third acts will have 50 more ranks. It's a similar idea for the artifact perks. The first act will have 25 available and establish a particular meta. Then the 2 following acts will unlock another 5 perks each to make your existing builds grow even further. The 3 episodes launching in 2024 are included in the TheFinalShape Plus Annual Pass, with the Standard Edition included in the active episodes at the time of purchase. Each episode will be available separately in the in-game store for 1500 silver. Now, I think this is awesome because we're getting 200 season ranks an episode. So that's 100 more rewards that we are getting out of these acts from them reducing the season count. So we're losing 100 season ranks from them going from 4 to 3, but if each one has 200, we're actually going from 400 ranked rewards up to 600 rank rewards. That's a lot more loot, a lot more content that we're getting, as well as the artifact perks expanding by 5. So we end the season with 35 artifact perks to pick and choose from. They're really going all out, and it seems like this is definitely going to be a better model for Destiny, and it's going to be a lot more focused on the experience Destiny is trying to deliver. Bringing players closer together. Breaking barriers. We want every Guardian to be able to experience the entirety of the Light and Darkness saga. With that in mind, we have implemented several changes to how activities take your power level into consideration. While many activities will still scale with players' power, the campaigns and free roaming destinations will no longer ask you to level up to experience them as they are intended. This way, the story of TheFinalShape and Destiny 2's other expansions will always feel fair and exciting no matter your power level. Fireteam Power. To ensure that you can always play with your friends, most activities that use power will also include a new Fireteam Power feature. Let's say you want to play Nightfall, but your friends' power levels are low enough that they would have a difficult time. No problem, because once they join your fire team, the member with the highest power level will boost the rest of the team close to their level for as long as you are all together. This way, no one will be left behind even on the most demanding pursuits. Timeline reflections. One of the several quality of life improvements that Season of the Witch brings is timeline reflections. These short playable missions can be accessed through the timeline menu in the director. They are openly available to all players and serve as brief narrative introductions to the world of Destiny 2. New lights can play them to catch up on the ongoing narrative, veterans can relive and enjoy pivotal moments from the past, and everyone will get special end of mission rewards. Fireteam Finder coming in Season 23. When Season 23 launches in November, we're also rolling out a new in-game tool to help players find fellow Guardians and assemble their collective might. Just choose the activity you are aiming to complete and pick between a few different tags, so players interested in joining your fire team so you can understand your objectives a bit better. Are you a new player or a veteran? Do you have the afternoon free or you only have a little time? Just looking for a checkpoint? There's a tag for almost everything. Long live the witch. The witness is still out of our reach. The only clue that could have helped us continue pursuing it was held by none other than Savathun, the witch queen herself, but Guardians defeated her a year ago after she gained the power of the light. However, her ghost Imaru claims that Savathun foresaw her own death and prepared a fiendish bargain. Imaru can resurrect her and she'll share the secrets she holds, but only if we defeat her sister Xivu Arath first. Can we trust the god of cunning and lies? How will we defeat a god of war that gets stronger the more we fight her? To find out the answers, you'll have to harness arcane hive magic and help Eris Morn grow her power. A key element of Season of the Witch is the Deck of Whispers, a new method of player progression that allows Guardians to customize their loadouts and powers in new ways. Completing seasonal activities will reward cards that players can then use to build their own deck, full of builds and perks for certain activities. So, choose wisely and carefully strategize with your fire team to maximize your combined battle effectiveness. And speaking of maximizing battle efficiency, the new exotic grenade launcher X-Dirus will be available as a season pass reward. Don't you hate it when Hive Knights make your life hard with those big badass arc boomers? Well, now you can use one for yourself and even unleash some of those pesky arc moths on kills to return the favor. X-Dirus is a perfect weapon for both seasonal activities. The first one, Savathun's Spire, is where Guardians will work together to complete magical objectives to earn passage into the second activity, Altars of Summoning. This cesspool holds several arenas of different horrors that need to be conquered to harvest their power for Eris Morn. Aside from the seasonal content, Season of the Witch also brings two new game modes to the Crucible, Checkmate and Relic, as well as a brand new map based on the Vex network. And let's not forget the exotic mission rotator that will allow players to go back and play Presage, Vox Obscura, and Operation Seraph Shield to claim the craftable versions of Dead Man's Tale, Dead Messenger, and Revision Zero. Like father, like son. The banished Hive Prince Crota is back. Season of the Witch reprises another legendary raid from Destiny's past, Crota's End. Included with the very first expansion of the original Destiny back in 2014, players will have the opportunity to explore the most dangerous corners of the Hellmouth on the moon to confront the Hive Prince. Just don't get too confident because you played it back then. Oryx's son is still very much a force to be reckoned with, and there are new twists and changes you might not expect. The World First race kicks off at 10 AM PT on September 1st. The rules are similar to Vault of Glass and King's Fall World's First races. Players must beat the whole raid once in contest mode and then do it once more while completing challenges in each of its encounters. The first team to complete such a test of strategy, endurance, and adaptability will earn the World's First title and be rewarded with a unique belt. All other teams that complete the race in the first 48 hours will be rewarded with a unique emblem for their impressive feat. And then we have a Witch Queen trial weekend. Guardians who haven't explored the Witch Queen expansion yet will have an unmissable opportunity. You can experience it all at no additional charge during the upcoming Witch Queen trial weekend from August 24th to 27th. Journey deep into Savathun's throne world, fight the light-wielding Lucent Hive, play the campaign's legendary difficulty, if you dare, for a new level of challenge and extra rewards, and of course earn tons of amazing gear. And if you like what you see, the Witch Queen expansion will be on sale from August 22nd through September 5th. It's also already available at no extra cost for PlayStation Plus Extra and PlayStation Plus Premium members. And that's going to do it for the TheFinalShape recap. Now, this was a really good recap done, and it also shared some light on other aspects that they weren't able to cover in the live stream. The fact that we're getting Fireteam Finder next season, the fact that episodes have 200 ranks among them, just a lot of this is great changes that I think is really going to help out Destiny and bring it into the forefront of what it's meant to be. The seasons were obviously a test of maintaining that live service for Destiny, but at this point in the game, we need something stronger and more focused on what's at hand, because after the Light and Darkness saga ends, there's not going to be any more of this stretched out story that they can really do. Having these episodes be more focused means we're just going to be getting a lot more content, the story beats of the content is going to be a lot better, and everything's just going to be improved. I really think TheFinalShape is going to take us away. What they showed in the live stream was just amazing, and obviously they've been working on this a long time. They've had the most time with TheFinalShape, and I can't wait. And I know you can't either, because after that showcase yesterday, there's no way anyone's looking at Destiny and thinking, nah, that's not a good game, because god damn, this game constantly cooks and it delivers. And if you think it doesn't, I just think you're tripping, because honestly, this is one of the best games on the market, and it's only going to get better. So, thank you everybody so much for watching. I have been FreakyDude99, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out, everyone.